Hello and welcome to Crochet Moments episode 25. I am momentarily being joined by this little monkey.
Don't say that, I'm a monkey.
She is about to go to have her bath and get ready for bed. So you just wanted to say a quick hello and goodbye, didn't you? Okay, that concludes that bit. So that's Daddy and Emily going up the stairs. Oh, what a week. Hello and again welcome. I'd like to say a huge welcome to my new subscribers. I've had a few drop on over the last few weeks and I forgot to say thank you last time. So if you've subscribed, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Every interaction with my channel will help with everything, with getting me out there, being seen by more people and hopefully gain more subscribers. So yes, episode 25. I think Catherine would like to take centre stage for a moment, so I'm just going to pop off and Catherine will be here for, what is it?
Catherine's Knitty Moments! Now over the past 2 weeks I've been doing some knitting. Unfortunately I can't find Tattoo Baby. If you're wondering why it's called Tattoo Baby, it's one of Emily's dolls and it's been drawn all over.
So what did you make that you have finished? So you've had a finished object, haven't you?
Yeah, some dolly pants. Sorry, it's a bit blurry. It's the pants that the blonde doll is wearing.
Yes.
They're almost the same, except these pants are with mint wool, about mint coloured sparkly wool, and they've got no lace.
Yeah. So let's just show everybody the pattern book that you're working from. And then I can find the front of it. Oh, there it is.
Yep. I'm working on a Vendy thing.
And can you remember where that pattern came from? The pattern book.
I can't remember.
It's from one of the patterns from Nanny.
Oh yeah.
So what are you working on now?
Right now, I'm also working on something for Tattoo Baby. If that hasn't the push, isn't that part? Yes, I'm doing the pink dress. I have to say it looks very stylish. If I just get my needles out, I can show you what it looks like. That is if the camera focuses.
Just.
It's not focusing.
It's not focusing, is it? It doesn't like it.
But it is really nice, so I can tell you. But then something happened. A miracle came. We found Baby Bo, which is actually a bit frustrating because we don't know what size Baby Bo is. I've been working on Tattoo Baby, a freaky little baby, about that big. And all of a sudden, she turned up. So freaky. And I'm working in the smaller size. I've worked in the smaller size for the pants, and I'm working in the smaller size for the dress. So, don't know what's gonna happen. And that's all, pretty much of my knitty moments.
Just leave that there, sweetheart. I'll sort that out for you.
Bye-bye.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there's no space.
Just move something. Right, okay, yeah, so let's see if we can get this in focus a bit better. Ooh. Because if we don't get anything in focus, we're just going to be terrible today. It is essentially just a moss, there we go, a moss stitch border, which was started off as moss stitch but turned into rib, and some stocking stitch for the dress. So this is just the front, so I think it might just about be big enough because it's for a 15-inch teddy bear. So we'll see. If it doesn't fit, we'll find something it will fit. But that's really, really good, and there was no help from Mummy provided on this because she sat and did this while I was doing my knitting lessons. So I will talk about that just quickly because things are going really well at the moment with those. There's a brilliant group of ladies that have been coming. A couple of them have been coming regularly, and they are really, really nice. So I've been helping people learn to knit. I've been helping people be more confident in their crochet with reading patterns and just basically just improving their skills, which I'm really glad that I could be part of their crafting journey, and it makes me feel special that they trust me to do that, and they're paying to be part of that class, and I just enjoy having that couple of hours on a Saturday afternoon with like-minded people, being able to chat about yarn and patterns and things we'd like to make. So it's all been going really, really well. So this week, what have we been up to this week? We went on a mini holiday this week and we suffered the heat. Now I know I have one or two subscribers who live in warmer climes, shall we say, who think that little old me complaining about it hitting 30 is a little bit of a joke when they live in a country that gets warmer. Yes, I'm talking about you, Soffity. But 30 to someone in the UK is really, really hot. It doesn't get there very often, and when it does, it's just so hot and humid. And how and I would love to hear any input from anybody who lives or has lived in hotter countries. How do you find the motivation to craft? Because the will has been there, but certainly this week I've struggled to motivate myself. My hands are sticky. I've tried to stick to the smaller things, so I've had a new start on the go, which probably wouldn't have been the best choice because it's using one of my Aran yarns. I should have picked one of my cottons to work with, really. But yeah, it's been so hot. Those of you who are in the UK, you know my pain. You know my pain. This is why I'm so informally dressed today. I'm in a vest. It's cooler today, but it's still blooming warm. So anyway, I've chatted on too much. Oh yes, our mini holiday. We went to Cheshire. We stayed in a hotel in Nantwich, which is a little bit down from a town called Crewe. And we went to a place called Bewilderwood, which was so much fun. And I have done a little vlog, which I hope to edit or persuade Simon to edit over the next week or so. And I will get that up as well because I can't wait to show you how much fun we had, even in the heat when we were feeling like we were melting. Well, Simon and I felt like we were melting. The girls for the most part, didn't seem to notice. Anyway, knitting and crochet. I have one finished object this week. I've got a couple of new starts, and I've got a project in the naughty corner. If you follow me on Instagram, I am at Crochet Moments. I think it's crochet.moments. You will have seen my post about my project in the naughty corner. However, let's start with my finished object. Now, this hasn't been blocked and I haven't sewn the ends in yet, but I have finished my Seashells shawl, and here it is. It's not focusing, which is really annoying because it's got such beautiful lace to show. Well, I say beautiful lace. We've got these sort of fans, as you can see. I really wish this was focusing better. Oh dear, I had a loop. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Oh, this is, don't you just love it when things go in your way? Anyway, this is my shawl. I shall try and, it's a little bit better. You could almost, there we go. So we've got these lovely sort of fan stitches. Now, I've done fan stitches in crochet, but never anything like this in knitting, and it was a bit fiddly to start with. The first set, now there are 3 repeats of these. The first one is a lot untidier than the second 2. I don't know, I don't think I got my tension quite right, and so I do have a missed loop which I need to stitch in at some point. I'm really proud of myself. So this is knit in, do I still have the band? No, the band has disappeared. This is knit in the Orchidine Luxury Yarns Angelo's the colourway, I think. Oh my goodness. I will have to look it up and stick it around my head somewhere. But it's a fingering weight yarn. It is a silk blend. There's silk, merino and alpaca, I think. Again, those details will be floating around my head because I'm 99% sure I'm remembering that wrong. I also have left my pattern all the way over there, and I don't know if I can be bothered to get up and get it. So I can't remember the name of the designer, so I will pop that up on the screen as well. But I really enjoyed this, and I had loads of yarn left. I don't know where the rest of it's gone. I'm going to guess it's rolled around somewhere. The kids are always knocking things off. True. But yes, I'm really, 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 really enjoying this, and I can't wait to wear it. Anyway, that's my finished object. Let's talk objects in the naughty corner. So today's spinning result was the summer court tank, which I am supposed to be making for Katherine. Where's the picture? There's the picture. So this is a pattern from Dragon Hoard Yarns. It's a paid for pattern. Nothing's focusing. Anyway, it's a paid for pattern. And it's not great. I'm nearly finished. And I've just got to the bit where I've divided the front. So I've done the I-cord bind off for the back, and I have I've divided up for the front, and I've done the left part of the top vest and started the strap. So I thought I need to find out how long I need to make this strap. So I thought, get Katherine to try it on, and it's far too baggy at the back. It is.
It's too small for you at the front.
Pardon?
It's too small for you at the front.
Yes, I did try it on myself, and I could just about get away with it around, but not at the front, which is so sad. So let's try and get that. So this is the top so far. So this is the front. Let's yeah, so this would be the left front, and I've just started the strap, which is on a stitch marker at the moment to hold the stitches, as I'm knitting it just on some DPNs, and then the other side will come up there too. It's just too baggy at the back. I don't know what I've done. It's so there's the I-cord bind off, which I really enjoy the I-cord bind offs. They do provide a really nice neat edge, but I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I don't want to rip anything back. It's taken me far too long to get to where I am now, but I don't, at the same time, I don't want to just leave it. I want to have a finished object. I don't know. There must be a way that I don't know. Is there a way I could tighten it up a little at the back for her? If I crossed the straps instead of having them go straight down, would that... It's more the fact that it was quite baggy. Could I shrink it? Would shrinking it work? I don't know. So if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know, because I love this top, and so does Katherine. She wants to wear it, so I need to get this one done. And this is being knit in the very lovely Cuddle Bums yarn, and she keeps showing some of her colourways on her Instagram, and after spending more than I should have done at Hobbycraft this month, I can't buy any more yarn beyond what I already get my subscriptions. I can't. I just can't. That would be not a good idea. But anyway, this is the yarn in question. It's not going to focus because the camera's just playing up today. It is Cuddle Bums. It is Mint Rainbow, and it is a 400 metre 100 gram skein of fingering weight yarn, 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon and 5% stellina sock, because it's got a sparkle, and I'm not sure if you can catch a bit of that. Yeah, just a little sparkle. I just wish my camera was focusing properly today. Ooh. It's a good job I don't have anything fine to show today. Okay, so that's that. So that will be going in the naughty corner until I can decide what I want to do with it. And it's turning out to be close to a one skein project. I still have this much left. I don't know if that's going to be enough to finish the whole garment, but I'm doing well. I'm doing really well on that. So that's that one. And I'm sad to say, I think it's mostly knit projects this episode. I haven't been good at writing down what I've been working on, and I haven't done a huge amount of crochet. I have done some work on my boho blanket, but not enough to show. I finished the blue and white stripes, and I've started the flower panel. It's just been, like I said, it's been so hot that I've just found it really hard to focus on anything in particular. So I keep bouncing from project to project, doing a tiny bit and then putting it down and complaining about how hot I am. So I'm just going to right, so next, yes, let's do this one next. So in the mornings, while Simon is in the shower, I take 20 minutes to do a little bit of knitting or crochet, and I have been dying to start using this yarn that I bought in the Wool Warehouse sale a month or two ago now. This is the Candy Swirl. It's in the Stylecraft Special DK. There is 443 metres. It's a 200 gram, oh, it's a 150 gram cake. And this colour is Strawberry Taffy. I love that. It's really nice and soft and squishy. So I thought, well, I'm making so many things for Katherine. I need to make something for Emily. So this is going to be something for Emily. And it is, this is how it's going so far. It's just going to be a cardigan. So because it's first thing in the morning project, I didn't want anything too complicated that would take too much thought, really. Just because I don't want to make a mistake. And I am working on the Helter Skelter project, which is just a combination of stocking stitch and garter stitch. I'm getting quite close, I think, to the garter stitch yoke. So that's that one. And yeah, I'm knitting. So I cast on using some of my mum's old needles. These are 3.25s. I don't really like using these kinds of needles. I find them a little too grippy. It slows me down a little bit. But for rib, especially those first few stitches, you don't want them too slippy. Your needle's too slippy anyway. But yes, this is one of the few actual pairs with matching tops that I have. A lot of my mum's needles tend to be, I can make a pair, but they won't be the same length. They won't necessarily be the same brand. And I'm also using my Knit Pro Zing needles, which I like. These are the ones I prefer to knit with. So I am on the lookout. I'd like to try some other stainless steel type needles. So perhaps, I think Addy do stainless steel needles too. So I'd love to try those, and maybe some other brands. I'm not sure. If you know of any stainless steel knitting needle brands, leave a comment below so I can have a look and maybe treat myself to. I need so many number 4s, 4mm, that I can always get that size, because that's the size I use the most. Just heard a door slamming up there somewhere, so I'm going to guess that Emily's not too keen with bedtime tonight. So let's pop that away. Right. So my next work in progress is my socks. I haven't worked on my socks in ages. I've only had one day working on them this fortnight, so let's show you the pattern. These are the Dasher socks in the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas socks. really sorry about the focus issues. But I don't know what's happened. It's usually so good at focusing on stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. It's too hot to care, really. Oh dear, it is really hot all of a sudden. I've had to close the windows so that we don't get too much noise from the street outside. So yeah, anyway, the Dasher socks. Again, I'll show you the cover. This is a lovely little book. There's about 5 or 6 pairs of socks in here. And I say that 6 because these ones come in a long-legged version as well, which I won't be doing because nobody I know wears long-legged socks. So, and they're all designed with the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas colourways. I bought the Silent Night colourway. That was the new colourway for Christmas 2020. I can't remember which one was the other new colourway. But yes, it's a lovely little book, and they're really simple patterns. They're deceptively, they look like they're more complicated than they are. And I finally got into a rhythm with these. So these are in my DPN holders from Joe of Pickle Lily. I knew this is Amelia X. Joe Piccalilli. And here they are. So it's got a rib pattern with a moss stitch panel, which you can't see properly because my camera's not focusing today. And it's dark yarn, so I do have to have the overhead light on for this, but I've just dropped a needle. I'll have to go looking for that. It's gone all the way over by the camera. I'll get that in a moment. So I started the heel flap. So this actually all of the socks that I've done so far are heel flap and gusset. And I am keen to try other methods, and that is where one of my new starts comes in. So that's those. I shall get that needle in a moment. So I'm really enjoying working on those, especially now I've got into a rhythm with a rib, so I know where I work. Now all I need to remind myself is a lot on this rib, when I get to the panel where I knit 2 stitches and where I knit 3 stitches. That's the only time I need to look at the pattern now. So that's good. So I have done, how many rows have I done for the leg? 50 rows for the leg, 15 rows for the rib. So we shall see how that goes. I'm not quite sure, having not made socks for Simon, I'm not quite sure how to gauge the size, so I've just been sort of holding them up against his socks and seeing, if that's roughly the right sort of length. But yes, so next projects are both linked to some incoming. So I will start on my other sock project. So, Knit Now magazine emailed me to tell me that the subscription pack with the yarn for the knit along will be late. It will be with me in another 2 or 3 weeks. So, fingers crossed for that. So while I wait for that, and I was dying to use my Nameless yarn from Dinah's Home of Crafts. I got this month's Knit Now magazine. as you can see from the post-its, there are a couple of things in here that I like to make. So here's the cover. This is issue 131. So we've got, there's a colourwork jumper, there's some bits for the babies. This is the knit along pattern. These are the Coralean socks, and they're designed by Hazel. You can just about see the pattern there. So it's almost like, I'm not quite sure how to describe what the pattern is really, but there's a couple of new things in here that I haven't tried. So it's got a short row heel, so I've not done a short row heel before, and yes, so the toe is in garter stitch as well, in reverse stitch. So I've usually done all my toes in stockinette, and these ones are in Pearl. So I'm quite looking forward to trying that. I'll show you my progress, and then I'll show you some of the patterns that are in this magazine. So I haven't got far. Again, it's an issue with heat, I think. I just can't seem to focus terribly well on things. It's a twisted rib, a 1x1 twisted rib, and I haven't done a twisted rib before, and I can't believe that it's not focusing properly. So this is the best you're going to see it, I'm afraid, today. Hopefully I'll have a bit more done for the next time, and my camera will focus on everything. Because the first thing I say to Simon when he comes down is, the camera didn't focus on anything. Okay, I think I might be a bit fuzzy as well, although that was probably best for you guys. So I've done a little bit of the pattern in there as well. I have to say it is tricky purling on DPNs. I don't know why. I'm finding it hard when I go from one DPN to the next with purl. I'm struggling with that bit. So I will probably end up having a bit of a ladder in these, but I love the colour of these, and I can't wait to wear them. And you never know, I might have enough left over for using this for maybe contrasts and things like that. So the other patterns in here that have taken my fancy, so we've got a colourwork jumper. Well, this is more taking Catherine's fancy, but she's told me that I have to knit it, not her. So the pushing jumper, I love this. I need to buy this yarn, although it's Rico Creative, which means it's probably really expensive, but I absolutely love that colour. It's not showing at all. Why do I try? But it's just this really nice sort of mixture of greens and yellows. It's really, really pretty. This is the sea green yoke pullover, and it is a Rico design. And then there's this really, really, really lovely shawl, and I think that's absolutely gorgeous, and that is designed by Annie Howard, and it's their indie focus. So every issue they have a pattern that will focus on an indie dyer, and this one is Skein Queen Salkino. 2 skeins used in this one. This is a nice big shawl, and I really like that, and that would be a nice simple one to do. So I'll have to go. So those are the highlights out of that one that I quite like. And then my last work in, oh no, I've got another one after this one. So this is the work in progress that I took with me on our little trip. I did knitting in the car with the air conditioning on. It was lovely there. And at lunchtime on our first day, I sat under some trees in my chair. We have these folding camping chairs, and I did some knitting there as well. Tried to do some in the hotel room, but it was like an oven in the hotel room, so I didn't get a lot done in the hotel, which was my main purpose for taking a work in progress. So this is part of some incoming. So on Monday I took the girls for a little walk around our local shopping area. It's called Foss Park, if you wanted to Google Maps it and have a look. It's we always go and have a look in W.H. Smith's because the girls both really enjoy books, and I found in the clearance section this You Can Knit That by Amy Herzog or Herzog. I haven't got a clue how it's pronounced. It's a great little resource for building your skills in sweater knitting. I absolutely love every single pattern in here. So I've decided that I'm going to make every single pattern out of here for myself, Katherine, family, friends. There's something in here for just about everyone, and what I really like is each section is divided into sections depending on the construction. So we've got vests, integrated sleeves, drop shoulders, raglans, yokes and set-in sleeves. Now this, I am working on the very first pattern, which is the Buttercup mini vest. So at the start of each chapter they have a child-sized pattern to help you with some of the skills that you'll be using on the other projects in that chapter, which I think is a fantastic idea. It's not so simple that I'd get bored with it. The back is just plain stocking stitch, but then the front is going to have all this lovely seed stitch on. And it is supposed to be done in a worsted weight, which I don't have any worsted weight in my stash, so I just went to my stash, and Aran isn't too far from worsted, so as far as I understand worsted is heavier than DK but slightly lighter than Aran. So I did a swatch. Get me, I swatched. I really need to swatch more because I'm really liking the way it's working out on this sweater. This little vest, I'm making it for Emily, and I'm using, this is going to be a bit shiny, isn't it, because it's on still in the plastic. Let's take it out of the bag. Ooh, rustle, rustle, rustle. Yeah, so I'm using the Aldi So Crafty Aran. This is the peach. It's a 400 gram ball, 800 meters. It's a 75 acrylic, 25% wool mix, and I am decreasing for the armholes. So there you go. So I had a good solid hour, working on this on our way home yesterday morning. We were going to do a day trip yesterday on the way home, but we decided it was just so hot, we were so tired, we just wanted to get home. So yes, in the end we went to a garden centre, bought some new houseplants. But I'm really liking how it's working up. It is really, really nice, and hopefully I'll get onto the adult sizes and learn a few new skills on the adult sizes too. Yeah, it's just plain stocking, yet nothing special there yet. This is just the back after all, and I'm really liking that. But the patterns in this book, like I said, are absolutely amazing. There's a really good introduction in here about how to go, what steps you need to follow before you start knitting, while you're knitting, and then after you've finished knitting. So it's brilliant. I did sit and read all of the introduction, and I very rarely read the introduction to pattern books and things like that. But I'm glad I did with this one. It's just just the information that they have. So there's a lovely little chart there that shows you how maybe different wools knit up, so that if you wanted to substitute your yarn, you can. So it's continued there. It's really a good little book, and £5. This cost me £5 and its RRP is £15.99. So how could I not get it for such a good bargain? And I hope that by the end of this book I won't be intimidated by any sweater. There are patterns that I see that I really want to make that, but I feel a little bit intimidated. And I'm of the kind of person that would just jump right in anyway. But it's given me a little bit more confidence, really. So that's that whip. Ooh, I didn't think this would go on for too long, but I've been talking for quite a while already. Ooh, dear. And although I don't have any other incoming other than my books and magazines, so I'm nearly there. I'm nearly finished. So my other bit of incoming is my latest issue of Crochet Now. And you will see by the absence of post-its that there is nothing in here besides the crochet along pattern that I particularly want to make. So I will, once I finish showing you my work in progress, I will flash through a few of these, the patterns in here. If you would like to put your hand up and ask for the copy, I'm more than happy to post it. It won't cost a lot to post, so if you want it, just let me know. So the crochet along, Enigma is the title of the crochet along. This, for the best you can see, is the pattern. It's designed by Esther of It's All in a Nutshell. She's got a fantastic YouTube channel, fantastic blog. I do recommend you go and have a look. So I'm on my 4th round for this one, for this part. There are 9 rounds in this part. So here it is at the moment. So I'm really enjoying this. I wasn't 100% sure about these stitches, but now I've put the next round in, it does look like the picture. My concern was the description is calling it a crossed stitch. Now my idea of a crossed stitch and their idea of a crossed stitch, completely different. Obviously, I always thought crossed stitch was you do miss one, treble, and then treble in the missed one. So they make an X. And this was treble, miss one, treble 3, and then treble in the missed stitch, and then chain 1. So I think I've done an okay job. I don't know why I'm holding this up. You can't see. It's all blurry. But yes, as usual, I am enjoying this. You all know I like a crochet along, like everybody else. And what was I going to say? Oh yes, yarn. I'm not using the called for yarn. I'm using stash stuff. So I've got a mixture. So I've got some of the Aran double knit. I've got some patterns double knit in here. I've got some Deramores in there. I've just shopped my stash for this one, and I think I'll do that for most of the magazine crochet alongs, or I will shop at my local yarn shop. They stock some really nice budget acrylic yarns, which for most blankets that I do is what I will tend to use, because like I said before, the girls do enjoy playing with my blankets. One thing I will say is I've got a lot of popcorns coming up, and I don't like popcorn stitch. So that's that. So I'll show you in a sec. Okay, so Crochet Now issue 71. Let's just have a quick flick through, let you see what is in here. So we've got Summer Sunshine wrap. Obviously they do have a website where a lot of these patterns, you can see what they are. A Fruit Tingles blanket. Fruit Tingles, sorry. Oh, learn to read, Helen. Some Coffee House Kawaii toys, which are amigurumi. And there's a triple scoop cushion. Which is I think they look like popcorns or puff. Are they popcorns? Are they bubbles? I think they're popcorns. Made to look like scoops of ice cream. There's the Fruit Salad Summer Top, which is very jazzy. Some Wallace and Gromit crochet patterns. Raspberry Ripple wrap. Carefree Summer Tunic. This is a drops pattern. It's a fillet crochet, which I have a love-hate with fillet crochet. I like the way it looks, but I just all of the trebles and chains, I get a little bit fed up after a while. The Ice Cream Parlour baby blanket, which is just squares of colour, probably to look like ice creams in an ice cream parlour. So there's a pretty mandala, if mandalas are your thing. Obviously there's part 4 of the crochet along, which will only be useful to you if you've done parts 1, 2 and 3. The Serendipity Shawl, which is designed to be used with a Cotton Kings 12s from Hobby or Hobie. There's another mandala to look like slices of fruit. There is a star blanket, which is done in hexagons, which is a bit. There is an amigurumi for the star sign Leo. A hanging planter. This is called the hanging pineapple planter. I think it's supposed to look like a pineapple. And I think, oh no, we've got a sorbet stripes blanket. And a cotton candy dress for a child. That one is 6 months to 5 years for anybody interested. So again, not any use to me because I need mine to go up to 5 to 6 because that's the size that Emily wears these days. Some breakfast coasters in fruit slices, and that's it. So yeah, if you are interested in having this issue posted out to you, just let me know in the comments or drop me an email, and I think I'll just say first come first served. Simple as. It's not a true giveaway really. So yeah, first come first served, and I will happily post this out to whoever could make use of it once I finished my part 4 of my crochet along. So that is pretty much all of the knitting and crochet content of my episode today. Yes, so I think so. I did want to have a little quick chat about books I'm reading, so just to let you know, I finally finished World Without End, all 1250 pages of it. Again, it's second time of reading it, and again I really enjoyed reading it, so I will remind you this is part of a series of books based around a town called Kingsbridge, which I don't believe it's an actual town in existence, but it's a fictional town, I believe, situated down in the south of England, and I can't remember its position in the country. I should know that. I should know that. There's sometimes little maps at the start of the books, but there isn't in this one. But it's all around the life and times of the townspeople, and it focuses on 2 or 3 particular families and through the times. So rereading these after reading the prequel book, which was, I can't remember the title, The Evening and the Morning or something along those lines. I'll flash it around up there. Which was really good, and it made me want to reread these books. So there's Pillars of the Earth, which is the official first book, and that followed during the Stephen and Maud. Oh, my brain's frazzled. But it follows that sort of time period. This one follows the time period of the 1300s, so we had the Black Plague. I think this one covers about a 60-year period, which is quite a nice time frame. Central is, there is a love story central to it, but there's a whole lot else going on, that because I'm not a big love story person, but Ken Follett really writes these books really well, that you wouldn't know you were reading a romance as you were reading it, because there's so much else going on. And I am now on this one, which is the last one, currently the last one. I don't know if there are more in the works. This is A Column of Fire, and this one is, well, it starts in during the reign of Mary Tudor, and I'm only about 60 pages in, so but it follows the trials and tribulations, shall we say, of Kingsbridge people around all of that turbulent time of, especially when Elizabeth comes in, and the main character ends up working in Elizabeth's court. So I would definitely recommend these books. I do believe you can get them as ebooks if you're not able to find them in, I mean, they are quite chunky books. Out of the 4, I think this one's the smallest at 884 pages. So they're not light reads, they are quite heavy reads in the respect of they are big books. But I really enjoy them. So if you do like reading and you like reading historical books, look up Ken Follett. He's got a huge list of books that he's written, a lot of them based historically. Some of them more modern history, sort of World War time, in sort of Cold War as well. I think there's a couple of Cold War ones, but they are really, really good. And there is a series, or what's it called? So it's The Fall of Giants is the first one of the series. I can't remember the name of the trilogy, but they're really good too. I read that it follows the family fortunes over a century, which is just phenomenally good. I've been wittering on about books for too long. I do like my books, as does Katherine, thankfully. I knew one of my children would end up a bookworm. So I will have to leave it there because I've been chatting too long and Sam will be waiting to get downstairs, and I'm dying to reopen that window so that I can get some air. So it's so hot. So I will see you all in a couple of weeks. It's my podiversary next time, I think. Is it? Or is it the one after? So yes, so get ready for a giveaway. I need to start thinking of that and putting something together for a giveaway. Also, don't forget my blanket along is still going until the end of August, and it's still time to enter. If you don't have Instagram to use your hashtag is Crochet Moments Bow. If you don't have Instagram but you want to be included, please include pictures in an email to me. Does not have to be a finished object. Works in progresses are accepted too to be included. So I will, yes, I shall finish here and go and get myself a drink because I've talked myself dry. I'm very dry in the throat now, and try and work out which of my many whips I'm going to work on tonight while I watch some TV. So I wish you all good night, as it's evening here right now as I'm filming, and I hope you all have a great couple of weeks crafting, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.